Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video today we're checking out a video titled Germany's top 5 cities explained. So in this video we're going to see Berlin, we're going to see Munich, we're going to see Hamburg, and maybe some others. Maybe they're not on this, but we'll find out today. If you guys want more reaction videos like this, let me know in the comment section below and let's get right into it. Go subscribe to the original creators. Their link will be down in the description down below. Let's get right into it for today.
What's up everybody, we are Deanna and Phil. Deanna's from the United States and I'm from Germany, and in today's video we're gonna talk about the big 5 German cities according to population and explain what you can expect from each city, give you a feeling for it, and also how similar and different each of these cities are. And the first city is gonna be Frankfurt am Main. Frankfurt's population is about 760,000
I can't believe I didn't say
and
this
it's located pretty centrally in Germany in the state of Hessen.
Frankfurt is not only Germany's financial center, it is a huge European hub for transportation, tourism, and commerce. It is also huge in the service industry.
Fun fact, there's a research network that kind of ranks cities around the world according to economic importance, and Frankfurt is the only alpha ranked city next to cities like LA, Mumbai, Sao Paulo, or Sydney, so all of the other cities on this list are kind of beta.
The Frankfurt airport is by far the biggest in Germany, and it is one of the busiest airports in the world since it's centrally located in Europe. You've also probably had a layover there if you've ever traveled across Europe, or if you're coming to Germany, maybe that's where you're landing.
Frankfurt also has Germany's only attempt at an actual skyline, with all these fancy banks building these high-rise buildings. I love skyscrapers and I was always very proud of Frankfurt's skyline. That was until we flew into New York City in 2019.
Wow.
And my picture of a German skyline was absolutely shattered.
Frankfurter sausages, you might have heard of
So
them.
I do think the skyscrapers in Germany looks really nice still, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of Canary Wharf in London, where it's full of like bankers, those type of buildings. That's what I'm kind of getting the vibe from Frankfurt from this video.
And this is where they got their name from. One of the things that Frankfurt has going for it is its location on the River Main. It's always nice if a city is featuring some water. The river is pretty big at this area, and it's a really nice escape to do some recreational activities to escape that busy city life.
Frankfurt's pace is fast and the vibe can be hectic, at least until the workday ends. It's a career city. If you are fresh out of college and you're willing to work your ass off for the next 5 to 10 years and bow down to the corporate system, Frankfurt is the place to be.
Frankfurt is one of the most international cities, and it is the most international on this list due to its global service industries. It is Germany's economic powerhouse. Number 2 is Cologne.
Or Köln in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want like a really high paying job, you want to work in the financial industry, it looks like Frankfurt is kind of the place to be. Okay, I didn't know that.
With a population of 1.1 million, Cologne is Germany's 4th biggest city.
And it is located in Germany's far west in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia. I often jokingly call Cologne the LA of Germany because a lot of the TV channels and entertainment industry are located in Cologne. So before YouTube, a lot of the shows that we watched on TV growing up as a kid were probably produced somewhere in Cologne. Cologne is open, Cologne is tolerant, Cologne is pretty liberal. At least that's what my perception of that city is. It has a pretty diverse population and it doesn't feel as pretentious as other cities on this list might. There was an outdated running gag in Germany that everyone in Cologne is gay. I guess that reputation must have come from the less discriminative culture of the city in the past.
Cologne has
that's a crazy
location
thing
on
to
the River
say.
Rhine, and it's also not too far from a lot of other great German cities. You also have nearby countries like the Netherlands and Belgium. Amsterdam is only 2.5 hours away, and Brussels is only 2 hours away by car.
It's a major cultural center in the Rhineland with a lot of museums and galleries.
If you happen to love churches, oh boy, are you in for a treat. The Cologne Cathedral is one of Germany's best known landmarks and the most visited one. The Gothic architecture is...
Oh yeah, I've seen this before. Okay, so Cologne has a lot of museums. It's like the entertainment capital. There's a lot of amazing architecture there to see. Definitely Cologne. I mean, Frankfurt seems really cool as well. That seems more like the financial side, more of the business side. There's obviously a lot to see there, but this place, Cologne, definitely seems like a really cool place to go.
Amazing, and it is basically the largest church in the world. There are 2 slightly higher ones, but they don't even have twin towers, so psh. Everything about its architecture is impressive and it's definitely worth a visit.
There's just a good mix of people in the city and the general vibe was pretty much down to earth.
If you like to eat, like us, there are some fun local dishes to try. The most important is Himmel und Erd, a dish that is made of fried blood sausage, roasted onions, and mashed apples. You can check that out in our Cologne videos.
Alright, the third city on our list is Munich, or
yeah, I knew
München
this would be on the
in
list.
German. And with a population of about 1.5 million people, it's Germany's third biggest city, and of course it's located deep in Bavaria in Germany's southeast. Love it or hate it, Munich is very beautiful and has a very high quality of life if you can afford it. One thing that Munich has going for itself, for a city of that size, it has a pretty relaxed vibe. They call it the biggest village in the world.
Wow. This is home to the world famous car manufacturer.
Okay, that's nice because I feel like I have a pretty relaxed vibe. I'm pretty chill, so that seems like something I'd like.
BMW, which is why you will see more BMWs on the street than anywhere else in the world.
As well as Germany's most successful football club, the FC Bayern München. The city loves their cars and football. The Bavarians are proud of these things and their city, and they're not really trying to hide that. They also have a little bit more of an accent than the other cities on this list, so if you're a non-native speaker visiting Munich, it could be a little bit harder to understand the people.
Okay.
Also, Munich might be the most conservative city on this list, so they're just a little bit slower and more hesitant to adapt new things.
Due to Munich's wealth and great job market, with one of the lowest unemployment rates, it is a prime destination for young professionals who are not trying to die of overwork like in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
However, it is notoriously hard to get into local friend groups as somebody who is not from the city. You will always be a transplant.
Oh, and of course, then there's beer. Munich is beer and Brezel. And then there's also the Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I lived in Munich and I've been twice to the Oktoberfest. The first couple
Oh, Oktoberfest, yes, like the animation says in the corner. I want to go. That looks such a good time.
of hours were kind of fun, but then it turned into some of my worst experiences.
Oh, okay.
But hey, I'm sure there are some people who are thoroughly enjoying it. It is just absolutely gluttonous binge drinking at its finest.
I want to go there.
Just go on YouTube and look for Oktoberfest fails. Plenty of
Okay, I'll have to
piss-drunk
check that out
guys and
next,
girls
actually. That
in
would-
their
that would be
thousands
funny.
of dollars, designer lederhosen, falling down the hills, balls out, covered in vomit. Oktoberfest.
Sounds like a fun time. But overall, Munich is great. It's just not for everyone. It has by far the highest rental prices in Germany, but it also has the highest rate of millionaires. No.
The best
No.
thing, in my opinion, is the nature surrounding Munich. It just takes 45 minutes driving to the south and you're at the foothills of the Alps. Skiing, hiking, downhill mountain biking, all in reach. The entire south and the southeast outside of Germany is, in my opinion, the absolutely finest landscape, scenery and nature that Germany has to offer.
I want to go.
Even the Thai king lives there. On our list is Hamburg.
Yeah, I knew this
Hamburg,
would be here
with
as
a
well.
population of about 1.8 million, it's Germany's second biggest city and it's located all the way up in the north. It is known as Germany's gateway to the world because of its historic harbor that leads to the Northern Sea and then to the Atlantic Ocean.
This harbor is the biggest in Germany and the third biggest in Europe, and it's basically the face of the city.
Hamburg's theme is water. There is water everywhere. At times it feels a little bit like Venice. It is a true harbor city, however, it is not actually
Okay, based on that image, I definitely see what they're saying when they're talking about comparisons to Venice. I definitely see that.
located at the coast, but about 100
That's
kilometers
a good, very good
inland.
comparison.
The Elbe River widens up immensely in Hamburg and forms this huge open water path for the remaining way to the ocean, which makes the port and intense sea traffic possible.
Since the city was mostly flattened during the war, there is a very unique mixture of architecture. There are a lot of new modern style buildings and also a lot of
That
older
looked really,
restoration
really
buildings.
nice.
The city itself has no skyscrapers, and Hamburg has more bridges inside the city limits than any other city in the world, which is something I absolutely love. I love when the city has a lot of water flowing through it. I really like a lot of the red brick style buildings in the Hafen city and the Speicherstadt. It's a nice contrast to a lot of other cities that we've been to in Germany.
Hamburg is also
Yeah, those type of buildings kind of remind me of London a bit, actually.
windy and it can be grey at times. The people in the north also have this reputation of being more straightforward and maybe a little bit less polite and friendly than their southern counterparts. However, that is absolutely not what we have experienced. Hamburg was probably the place where people were the most friendly and polite towards us, but maybe let us know what you think about that topic.
Like any other good harbor town, it is known for its delicious seafood.
Oh yeah.
There are a lot of seafood restaurants everywhere, and one of the best things is to just stroll down the port and try it all out. You'll see the classic fish brötchen everywhere. We recommend trying the Labskaus if you dare. We made a whole video trying different foods in Hamburg, so you should check it out.
That was good. Overall, if you like to be on the water and you don't mind a little bit of a rougher, windier weather, then Hamburg is for you. Plenty to discover, great people, great food, and on a summer day, it might be Germany's most beautiful city. Oh, and also the Reeperbahn. Alright, last but not least, number 5, the largest city in Germany and the capital, of course, it's Berlin.
Yep.
Berlin.
With a population of about 3.7 million, Berlin is twice the size of
that's
Hamburg,
a big difference.
And by far the biggest city in Germany. It is located in the northeast and it's only about an hour drive away from the Polish border.
Much of Berlin was destroyed during the war, and a lot of the buildings that remained were demolished in the 50s and 60s.
Oh, that's really
One of the
sad,
landmarks,
actually.
the television tower at Alexanderplatz, is Germany's tallest structure at 368 meters. It was built in 1969. It's a pretty iconic building since it sticks out of the skyline, and you'll find the television tower on a lot of souvenirs, magnets, and postcards.
Yeah, I've
Berlin
seen that in a
has
few
so many
videos.
historic landmarks and museums around the city. The Brandenburg Gate is probably
Yes,
the best
yes,
known
yes,
around
yes.
Germany, and it's such an iconic building.
Very
There are so
iconic.
many major museums, churches, walls, and buildings. Not to forget many rivers and waterways that, in my opinion, helps to enhance the aesthetic of any city.
Berlin is a world city of culture and politics. But more than anything, Berlin is history. After World War II and during the Cold War, Berlin was infamously split by the Berlin Wall into East and West Berlin.
I remember learning about this in history class.
Remainings of that very wall can still be visited today. It's called the East Side Gallery and it's used as a street art gallery nowadays.
If you love history, you could spend days, weeks, or even months going to all the different sites.
Berlin is also home to at least 180,000 Turkish and Turkish-German residents, making it the largest Turkish community outside of Turkey. And that is probably why Berlin has some of the best döners we've ever
doner
eaten.
kebab, man.
And we've eaten
That's
doner
so good.
kebabs in every city we visited. It is the best fast food in the world and Berlin has the best ones.
Speaking of food, Berlin is also famous for currywurst. It's a popular fast food dish with fried
I've
pork
heard about
sausage,
this.
served with curry ketchup, curry powder, and other spices. It's usually served with fries or a pommes. Also, the Berlin donut is very popular as well, but in Berlin it's known as a Pfannkuchen. It's also Phil's favorite type of donut.
A Berliner.
A Berliner.
Is it
Berlin
just like
is
a
home
jam
to a lot of
donut?
other international restaurants as well, since it is a multicultural metropolis.
Berlin has quite the reputation in Germany, and even within Berlin there are different reputations for different areas. A lot of Germans like to say Berlin is not really Germany, which just means it's not for everyone, but that's fine because we're all different. Berlin can be polished and pretentious, it can be dirty and poor. It is very alternative and attracts all kinds of crazy people, the good kind as well as the bad kind. It is colorful, multicultural, diverse, crazy, electronical, loud, political, historical, and much more.
I like that.
Berlin
a lot of
has
different
many
cultures
faces
come
and a
together
spot
like that.
for
That's good to see.
everyone.
Before we end this though, I wanted to remind you to please like the video, comment below. Every interaction helps out our channel. And if you want to further support us, you can do that on patreon.com/Diana and Phil. There are different kinds of benefits that you can get there. And we want to quickly thank our soulmate Patreons.
A big thank you to Ricky, Dorian Dino, Jeff Lobick, Tony Sanchez, Gary and Amanda Day, and Wandrus. Big thank you to you guys for your support on Patreon, and thanks for being our soulmates.
Yeah. So before you leave, let us know in the comments down below if you agree with what we have said about these cities or what your opinions are.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye!
Okay, that video is very good.
Watches our video.
So, I mean, I definitely like the way they went in depth about the different cities. I mean, to live in, I might actually say Munich might be the most suitable for me. Munich or Berlin, I would suit me the most. I may be wrong here, that's just going based on what the video said, but I definitely found a lot of the cities to have a lot of benefits and to be very, very interesting, and definitely places I want to visit all of them. They definitely have their pros and cons, of course. And Frankfurt, it seems more like a financial place. You go there, try and get a good job. It's definitely looks like a lot of nice buildings, a lot to do there. I mean, Cologne, that's more like the Los Angeles they describe as like the entertainment capital, which a lot of good thing to see there as well. They spoke about the museums, the architecture. And Berlin, just a lot to see there. I think Berlin is kind of the main place people go when they go to Germany. I may be wrong here, but I hear like loads of people going to Berlin. I know a few people who've gone to Berlin on holiday. So yeah, let me know where I should go to, and if there's any cities missing on the list, then go subscribe to the original creators down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.